That's great. My name is Cort. I'm 16 years old, I'm in 11th grade, and I'm a homeschooler. Now, my day starts with me making my morning commute to the coffee maker. From there, I say good morning and hello to my fellow schoolmates, Willie, Claudia, Pip, my cats. They're pretty terrible at group projects, but they have perfect attendance. Now, lunch comes whenever I'm hungry, but unfortunately, I have to deal with rush hour at 5:30 between my bedroom and the dining room table. As a homeschooler, a lot of people have misconceptions about my education. The most common one that I hear is that homeschoolers are unsocial. Now, this is far from being the truth, and I think that if it were the case, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. But whether homeschooling designates an introverted child or not is honestly completely irrelevant if there's no real reason to homeschool in the first place. To understand this, I'll speak from personal experience to say that homeschooling provides opportunities that public school never could. I have ADHD, and sometimes it can be difficult for me to get all my schoolwork in before the deadline. Additionally, I have trouble focusing for more than around 25 minutes at a time before I have to take a break. By working from home, I'm able to roam freely around my house and property throughout the day. If I start to have trouble focusing, I can just pump out some reps of push-ups on the living room and be completely rejuvenated. But now correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think many teachers encourage doing push-ups in the middle of trigonometry class. But personalization is not the only perk of homeschooling. It offers a much higher level of education that can not only be more engaging, but also more targeted towards what a student wants to do. I have a lot of hobbies, but one thing that I've always loved is the outdoors. Because of this, I've been able to integrate it into my schoolwork, taking classes on botany, herpetology, ornithology, even some more difficult ones, such as AP Environmental Science, and a selective college level class done by NASA. My point here is that homeschooling doesn't limit kids in the classes that they can take, but rather frees them by a source of education infinitely more vast than the public school system, online classes. So now that we've addressed why homeschooling provides a better education than public school, let's talk about the social aspect. Homeschooling has always been a thing, but a large epidemic of homeschoolers emerged in 2020. The COVID-19 lockdown occurred, and many families decided to take their child's education into their own hands in order to avoid acquiring a potentially deadly virus. Many of these same families avoided going outside, and unfortunately, this mentality has somewhat stayed in the air even after the health crisis relaxed, and going outside was no longer considered a death sentence. But the problem of the diminishing social lives of the self-educated doesn't come from what we're doing wrong. It comes from what we're not doing at all. See, homeschoolers don't have to isolate themselves by working from home. In fact, we could go out even more. Public schoolers are confined to these walls, defining the bane of their existence all day, every day, Monday through Friday. While as homeschoolers, we can be done with our school by the afternoon. If I wanted to go bungee jumping on a random Tuesday, I could do that. Except, I have parents with common sense, so that's definitely never happened. But if I said wanted to go to a music competition on a school day, that's no problem. We don't have to abide by the schedule that the public school sets. There's oftentimes homeschool groups that are put on to bring homeschoolers together to socialize. They can host a wide variety of events, from ice skating to painting with dead fish. Yeah, we might still be a little weird. Regardless, I participate in many of the events going on around me, and whether that's those homeschooling groups or D&D sessions at my library, even going to church every Sunday where I see some of my best friends. My point is that I'm socialized plenty, and I didn't have to go to public school in order to do that. See, all I had to do was have some faith in my mom's driving, put on something other than pajamas, and realize that it's not public school that's making kids social. It's being together, and togetherness can happen anywhere. Thank you.